Welcome back, guys. Always think up, always think up, always think up. You know what we're doing. So I wanted to come back and show you how I put a smile back on my face after a day like today. I put a smile on my face because I love my life, guys. I love my life. I had a terrible day, and it's only 1 o'clock, whatever. All right, so, I came to you guys in my last video and I was talking about the crown chakra, and I wanted to say more, and I had a lot going on, so I wanted to, have a deeper talk about the crown, because the crown's where it's at, man. The crown's where it's at. I love it up here. Your crown, it's purple. I wore blue because I said they all run together and they all mix together, and blue helps me talk better, so I wore blue to talk about purple. It's not only purple, but it's like purple and it's light, and it's almost like what you guys see back here, like, whoo. Yes, it's the great stuff. It's your connection to God, your God source, whatever that is to you. That's where it's at, guys. That's what I'm saying. And so why am I happy today after I had a car accident and I wrecked into one of the most sweetest men I've ever met in my whole entire life, and his wife is such a lucky woman, and mwah, I love you guys for your husband helped me. From this chakra, every other chakra emanates. So when you're dolled out up here, these are all going to be dolled. I know I tell everybody start from the root up, and that's right. Every time you want to just start from the root and you want to go back up. But if you're dolled out in your connection to God and the source, then it's going to reflect all the way through you. So sometimes when you're really, really far in the doo-doo and you're really hurting really bad, that's the place that you need to go first. Sometimes you need to get that connection, and so you reach out and you do the things you need to do, and God comes to you the way that you need him to. I promise. No matter where you are, no matter what you do, God will come to you. God comes to you. How do all the people that live in these villages that nobody sees or knows about, so what, God doesn't know where they are? Get out of here. He knows. All right, so we're all connected and we're all intertwined, and this area right here is pure consciousness. It's consciousness to know what someone else is thinking and what somebody else is feeling, and so people think that I'm trying to be psychic or something or that or this. No, God gives me these feelings. God lets me know when I walk into a room and someone's really sad. I feel that, so I know to not be, oh hey, I'm like, oh, hey, is there anything that I can do for you? It's not to try to be better than someone else. It's to try to help everyone. I just want to help everyone, and I want to show everyone that doesn't matter what you call this space. It doesn't matter what you say that God is. It doesn't matter your name for God. I mean, it does matter. It does matter to the fullest. I call God Papa, and to me that's my Papa, but I'm not going to be mad at you if you call him Jah or Jehovah or Jesus, or I say Jesus, I say God, I say I love. The concept there for me is love. So God to me is love. A lot of people have these questions, and I said it in my last video. Sarah, do you believe in God? Sarah, you do, you believe different, you do different things. Yeah, my life is very different. I walk around and I walk around seashells, and I smile when things are hard, and I trust in God, and I trust that he hears me and he knows me, and we have this thing together. And some people can say, oh, you're crazy, that's not real life. Yeah, that is real life, if that's what you make your life. For the past 10 years, everyone says, Sarah, what have you been doing? I've been getting closer to God. I get closer to God. I write in a journal for God. It says, I have a journal, let love and faithfulness never leave you. Write it on a tablet of your heart. Proverb 3:3. I love God. I love God, but to me, God's so different. People want to walk around here and they want to say, yeah, in the name of God, and that's not God. God's love. God's love. So no matter what religion you are, no matter what sector you are, whatever you want to call it or whatever, it's love. So if you don't have love and you just want to beat, well, go ahead and, do that, and I'll pray for everyone that has to deal with you in that moment, but it's not our job to do those things. It's our job to work on us. So, if half the time people would take the time that they're spending, doing these terrible things to other people and really connect with themselves, and they would find the good in them, because there's enough good for everyone to have good. There's enough good. You know, everyone can have good. Everyone can be good. Everyone can have good. There's enough, but you have to know that, and you have to, you know, sometimes when people lose touch with God, you know, I know, you don't think that maybe that there's enough for everyone. You know, just today, God showed out in my life. Thank you. I love that God shows out in my life. Okay, so, you know, just today, I woke up without an alarm clock, and I love that. That's been my thing I've been working on. I love my family, and I love my baby, and I love that we get to wake up in the morning and we get to just roll around together and just have our coffee and have our talks and have our smiles and pep one another up. And yeah, life can be tough sometimes, but when you got love, I mean, you look at your life, and you're always going to have these curveballs. You're always going to have these things that come in, and you're like, why? Everyone has them, and it's different for everybody, and some people can tolerate somebody's, and some people wouldn't be able to stand somebody else's. You know, it's love, guys. It's love, and it's all different, and it's unique, and it's for you, and it's so, you know, if I sit here and tell you all the ways that God loves me, He loves you in the way that you need Him to love you. Same way that He loves me, and He puts the people that He puts in my life. So, you know, I wake up today and it's traffic, and, you know, Pittsburgh's crazy with the traffic. We have 2 seasons. We have winter, and then we have construction. I love it in Pittsburgh when it's green. So, you know, I go a different way to work, and I'm used to a different stretch before my red lights, and I got caught in, you know, knowing my regular way and this new way, and I run a red light, and I hit into a man. Immediately get out. I'm okay. I see if he's okay. He's okay. We pull over. We exchange all of the information like you're supposed to. You know, it ends up we both work in human services. He was a blessing to me. I was ready to just have a breakdown. You know, I've been going through the most, so it wasn't like this was, you know, the worst thing that happened. It was just at that moment right there, at that time, I was going through all these things leading up into that moment where, you know, that man was right there to get hit by me, because I was going through so many things that I wasn't even really focused on my now. I mean, if you're wrecking, then you're not focused on your now. So, you know, that's where I'm at with it. And I hit into him, and he made me feel better. He was making jokes about how his wife is just going to kill him because he made a joke to her that he was going to take the car so she didn't wreck it. And you know, he was just, you know, saying thank you for, you know, staying there and giving him my information. And I wrote a letter. It was a rental car for him. I wrote a letter and said it was my fault. I'll call my insurance and I'll say it's my fault. It was my fault. It was my fault. I'm not going to blame that man. He didn't do anything. He didn't have anything going on with why my mind was absent enough to run a red light. And you know, and that's a bad thing. And I don't know. I've never been in an accident. So is that going to go on my record? Am I going to lose my driver's license? Am I going to go to jail? I don't know. I'm freaking scared. But guess what? So, you know, I go to work and I'm trying to stick it out, and I go in there and I'm breaking down, and my coworkers are just fabulous. So they're like, go outside, go in the relaxation room, do something else. And I really didn't know what to do with myself. And so I went outside and I just stood there, and I was just not sure what to do. And they were like, if you want to go home, like go home. Please, Sarah, get yourself back together. Like, this isn't like you. Please just go get yourself back together and come back. And so I went to the water steps, and I made my video at the water steps. And you know, I really just wanted to show you guys the rawness of God, because I was really, that was it. I was like feeling just busted. And, you know, talking to you guys about God gave me the strength to get back. I got rained on. It stormed like heck on me. And I get back in my car, and I come home, and I come home, and my baby's here, and my niece is here, and I just had a baby sandwich, and they loved on me. And then I put them down for naps, and I got a shower, and I just washed all that crap off me that I just been going through. And you know, that's the way I meditate, guys. Sometimes I get in the shower and I just wash all that crap off. You know, and I get out and I come out and I'm going to write a video. And so I sit down and I write to God before I do my videos. And I want him to know that this is all for him. And so I'm writing to him, and all of a sudden my phone rings when I'm getting ready to write my video, and I only have a little bit of battery, and I'm tossing around all that. And so I answer the phone, and it sounds like it's like a bill collector, and I'm not sure. And so I'm just like, yeah, you know, I committed a crime today, so I better answer the phone. So I answer the phone, and it's the insurance adjuster. And, you know, she was the most great person, second great person, third great person, whatever, that I ran into today. And she came to me like an angel, and I told her the story, and I told her it was all my fault, and I wasn't sure, and I asked her what was the next process. And you know, I recorded it, that it was all my fault for this guy, and I wasn't even sure what that was going to do, and I just knew I had to be honest, and I didn't know what was going to happen. And she ends up coming back and saying that I have coverage, full coverage for this, and nothing will be out of pocket, and that it will all be taken care of. And that, my friends, is just God. You know, I have been going through the most. Today was one of the hardest days, and I am able to come to you and be fresh and clean and feel like I have a whole entire job that loves me, and a whole entire family that loves me, and so many friends that love me, and even strangers that love me. And people come to Always Think Up to get out of the doo-doo, and I love it, and thank you. And so, you know, I'm only sharing this doo-doo with you because I want to let you know that I'm just real, just like you. I wreck cars, and I mess up, but I think up, and I think up, and I create magnificent things in my life and wonderful things, and I want you guys all to have those too. And you know, I love all of you, and I thank all of you, and really, I love the emails. And anybody who doesn't know, email me, thinkupalways@gmail.com. I love to, you know, kick around some ideas and emails, or message me. You know, I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Always Think Up. You can message me anytime, and I try to get back to everybody in good time, and you guys have some good conversations. And you know, sometimes I bring your stuff on my videos and I talk about it, and sometimes I don't, but I'll never say your name, but it's cool. I think up. I think up for me, and I think up for everyone else. And thank you guys. Thank you for listening. Thank you for loving it. Thank you. Always Think Up, alwaysthinkup.com. We're having fun around here. We're showing some love around here. This is the place to go. Get you some love, man. Any way you want it. We're talking chakras. I love it. One love. Mwah.